16th, so we just celebrated the 50th anniversary of the launch a few days ago. The morning before launch, Neil, Buzz, and Mike would have been driven down this very road. I'd love to know what was going through their minds when they were about to go climb aboard all that high explosive. They were made to sit there and wait for hours before launch, which gives you some time to think. Takes a special kind of person. Today we launched the rapidly reusable Falcon Heavy rocket from that same launch pad down the road. There's a great video we'll play that'll show you what those rockets look like during launch and look for the landing. It's very impressive.
Here we are at the home of the most historic launch pads in the world. Just behind me are launch pads 39A and 39B. These two pads launched every single space shuttle mission to assemble and service the International Space Station, to launch the Hubble Space Telescope, to deploy satellites, and to conduct scientific experiments. We're looking out at launch pad 39A, where every man who walked on the moon began their journey. 82 space shuttle missions also launched from right here. Since the space shuttle program ended in 2011, this launch pad has been transformed to accommodate a private space organization. Can you guess?
SpaceX, the venture started by tech entrepreneur Elon Musk in 2002, signed a 20-year lease for the use of Pad 39A. You may have watched their Falcon Heavy test flight, the one that sent a Tesla Roadster into space. This is where it launched. The Falcon Heavy rocket is currently the most powerful operational rocket in the world by a factor of 2. SpaceX made history in 2012 when it delivered their Dragon spacecraft into orbit to rendezvous with the International Space Station, making SpaceX the first commercial company ever to visit the space station.
You can see that same Dragon capsule back at the visitor complex in the NASA Now exhibit. Since then, SpaceX has made numerous deliveries to the ISS, and some of their Dragon capsules have been used more than once. But the Dragon capsule isn't the only hardware they reuse. Yes, I'm talking about reusable rockets. SpaceX expertly lands many of their rocket boosters after launch. Sometimes they land back here at Cape Canaveral, while others may land on an autonomous drone ship floating in the ocean. The ability to recover and reuse rocket boosters is one of the most exciting developments in the aerospace industry in recent years. This advance in rocket technology is helping to bring down the cost of launching payloads into space, allowing more and more exciting technology to be deployed for use.
Hi, I'm John Murator. I'm the Director of Launch Operations here at Pad 39A. We got the keys to Pad 39A from NASA on April 14th, 2014, and we started a really radical transformation of this pad. One of the biggest things you notice right away is the big hangar we built, because we used horizontal integration for the rocket. And the other big thing that we've done is we've had to convert the pad from what's called a mobile launcher pad concept, where the rocket's assembled on a pad, or the space shuttle as it was at the time, and rolled here with all of its support equipment, to a situation where the pad is sitting on the flame trench, and we just move the rocket to it, lift, and get ready for launch. 39A is where Americans are going to return to space, launching from American soil. And we're going to launch American crew members on the Dragon on top of the Falcon 9 single core. What's pretty exciting about this place is this place gives SpaceX room to grow. We can put some amazing big rockets on this pad because it's a huge facility. And we're pretty excited about what this is going to bear for the future of SpaceX.
And the photos you get now will be unique. We have a banner atop the launch tower celebrating the 50th of Apollo, and Old Glory hanging from a special piece of equipment. See the thing the flag is hanging from? It's called the Crew Access Arm. The astronauts walk through that arm to board the Dragon capsule before launch. We will be launching astronauts here this month from now. Every person that walked on the moon started their journey right here. This is the most famous pad in the world. On the right here, you see part of the launch team with SpaceX. No lunch, no launch. Today we launched the Falcon Heavy rocket from this pad, which is currently the most powerful rocket flying in the world. Not in history, but currently flying. There is a Falcon 9 in this hangar being prepared for flight as we speak. We're going to use this next rocket from this pad to test the next astronaut capsule. SpaceX hopes to launch the same rocket twice within 24 hours. I have no doubt they'll pull it off eventually. They hope to do it before the end of the year. This will be where it happens. We poured that concrete nearly 57 years ago. And that steel tower has helped us get to the moon, launch shuttles, and it remains there. We've blown through the 50th anniversary of this launch pad. This place was built to last. Not be surprised if we were here celebrating a 100th anniversary on the same pad someday. Like I said, astronauts will leave this pad. We're not sure the date yet. We would like to do it by the end of the year, this year. We're working through the final stages of testing the Dragon from SpaceX. We do have a date for launching astronauts from this next pad to the right. The Boeing Starliner capsule will carry astronauts up to that International Space Station in November. In a moment, we'll turn onto the beach road up ahead. This is the coast. This is the Atlantic Ocean. And you'll notice all the pads are along the coast. We launch over the Atlantic to the east for safety, because rockets drop pieces as they go. So we can't launch over people. It's one of the reasons we picked this spot. Another great reason, we're very close to the equator here. The closer you get to the equator, the faster you're traveling with the rotation of our planet. So believe it or not, right now, we are going 915 miles an hour toward the front of the bus here. And it's not because Joe has a lead foot. Quite the opposite.